Let us get into the next problem. This is Easy Gates TRB Polytechnic 2021 Easy Solutions. Okay, we'll soon update electrical and E&I problems as well after the completion of Easy. Okay. Next problem from 2 marks. That's from control system. And probably this is also a copy paste from the gate paper. That's easy. So instantly you can get the answer. For the transfer function G of S, okay, it's having only 1, 0. So corresponding polar plot. Nyquist plot only is asking. There is a polar plot of the given system for positive frequency. That is omega varying only between 0 to infinity. Omega varying from 0 to infinity. Okay. So then what we have is G of S set. G of S is S plus 5. Conveniently, let me take that way. Okay, so then set S equal to j omega. The moment you are in frequency domain, set S equal to j omega, then you will end up with j omega plus 5. Okay. So the polar plot means, what is polar plot? So polar plot is, we're looking for the transfer function. So g of j omega, that g of j omega should be modified into, okay, usually we use polar plot to comment on the stability. As of now, the focus is not to comment on the stability of a control system. Okay, so is simply checking whether we know how to draw the polar plot or not for a given system. Okay, so we have g of j omega, where omega is going to vary from 0 to infinity. Means in polar plot we are going to play with the polar coordinate. So polar means it is magnitude versus phase angle for any given frequency ranging from 0 to infinity. So any frequency sensitive system will have a variations in magnitude, will have variations in phi. So instead of, whereas in case of Bode plot, we have two different plots. One is M versus omega, another one is what? Phi versus omega. So instead of plotting two plots, okay, for the same system and commenting on stability using the Bode plot, by using the polar plot, which is going to be a single plot function of the magnitude and phase angle for any given frequency varying from 0 to infinity, we can still comment on the stability. Okay, so then how to draw this polar plot? Using the magnitude and phase angle for any omega from 0 to infinity means, so first get the transfer function g of s of a system whose polar plot has to be drawn, then set s equal to j omega, then modify this into modulus of g of j omega and angle of g of j omega. That is nothing but your magnitude of the transfer function. This is nothing but phase angle of your transfer function. Okay, but we are going for the whole. So already we got g of j omega already. Okay, so now it's already in rectangle form. It's a real plus imaginary. If required, you can go for the polar form. Okay, right? If required, only if required, you can go for the polar form. Then you can draw the sample points and then you can complete the polar plot. Okay, right? So we never call it as, even though a polar can be converted into rectangle. So for example, M angle phi, that is in the polar representation. So it's a real plus J imaginary, that's a rectangle form. Okay, it's up to you. So either you can use the polar coordinates to draw the plots or you can use the rectangle coordinates. Okay, for the given omega, that's all. Okay, so now let us go with, we'll try with the rectangle coordinates itself, even though it is mentioned as a polar plot. So what I have is g of j omega. So now let us play with this. Set omega equal to 0. So this is my omega and this is g of j omega. G of j omega is phi plus j omega, because in rectangle we always take real and then imaginary. Okay, so then omega equal to 0, where the plot begins, it is going to have phi plus j0. Phi plus j0 is nothing but 5. Okay, that is real is 5, imaginary is 0. Okay, so I'm going with the rectangle. Then omega is equal to, for example, 5. Suppose if I take omega equal to 5, then it is going to become 5 plus j5. If omega equal to infinity, it is going to become 5 plus j infinity. The problem is over. It's going to be a straight line with the real value of 5 and imaginary increasing from 0 to infinity. Means then who is that? The real is 5 and then it is increasing only the imaginary, means option C is the best answer. Okay, so this is the polar plot. This is how it goes. This is a starting point. This is omega equal to 0. and this is going to be the extreme point, that's omega equal to infinity. So at starting point it is 5 plus j0, and extreme point it will become 5 plus j infinity. Very simple problem for 2 marks. Okay, right? A said polar plot, it doesn't mean that you have to go strictly by using polar coordinates. Okay, so even if you go by that, the result is going to be the same. Okay, so for every g of j omega, you can convert this into polar form. Okay, right? Say for example, it's omega, and if you try g of j omega, modulus means, yes, that is your polar form, means omega 0 means what you get, 5 plus j0 you get. Then what is this? 5 is the magnitude, angle is 0. Then you try 5. If you try 5, then omega 5 plus j5, that is going to become 5 angle, sorry, it is going to be little different. Okay, so root of 5 square plus 5 square. So like that, let me take it to the next slide. So omega g of j omega, that is equal to 5 plus j omega. Okay, in polar form, it is root of 5 square plus omega square at an angle. Problem is already over, just giving you extra clarity needed. Okay, if you play like in polar, okay, coordinate, that's a polar form of your g of j omega. Now let us play for the polar form. Omega of 0, straight away substitute here, omega equal to 0. Then root of 5 square is going to be 5 at an angle tan inverse of 0 by 5 is going to be 0 degree. Okay, that's the first point, starting point of the polar plot. Omega equal to 0 always serve as a starting point of the plot. Just go by common sense, that's all. Okay, so nothing complex, okay, in this simple fundamental. Then omega equal to infinity will tell you where it is going to end. Omega infinity means we can't simply go like this, we can't simply substitute omega equal to infinity, the magnitude itself is going to become infinity, so it is going to be infinity at an angle what, 90 degree. Okay, so that's what it is going to mean. It is inconclusive, so let me go for 5. Then you will end up with 5 square means 25, 25 it is 50, root of 50. So otherwise root of 2 into 25 you take, there is nothing but 5 into root 2 at an angle 45 degree. Okay, this is, so that means if you want to, this is the starting point, it's 5 angle 0. Then you need to go for 5 root 2 at an angle 45. This is 45 degree. Okay, so this is 45 degree. So plus, so counterclockwise rotation 45 degree. In this you need to go for a magnitude. This magnitude should be equal to what? 5 into root 2, and this is 5 at an angle 0. That's the first, okay, point. This is a second point. Then if you connect these two, that's your polar plot. That's how it goes. So instead of this, this is a better perception. Going by rectangle itself is a key. That's a very simple problem. So most of the students might have attempted this, okay, and got good marks from this. Okay, easy, 2 marks. So let us do the next problem. So option, a clear option C. Okay, there is a less chance for any aspirant to commit a mistake in this problem. Okay. Next problem also from control system, that's from SFG. That's easy. So overall transfer function C of S by R of S. Use Mason's gain formula. Okay, shortly the gain formula is the transfer function of any given overall transfer function of the given SFG. Okay, here it is C of S by R of S. That's a desired transfer function. So that is shortly remembered as sigma I varying from 1 to k. K represents number of forward paths, and then we get pi delta I the whole divided by delta. Okay. Yes, P represents number of forward paths. K is the maximum number of possibility for the forward paths. In this case, it's only one forward path. Therefore, K is equal to 1. So then the transfer function reduces by Mason's gain formula as it's going to become P1 delta 1 by delta. P1 is the first forward path gain, and delta is going to talk about number of individual loops, non-touching loops, those combinations. Okay, so by using this formula, we can complete it. There is no other go, that's only route for this problem. Yes, how many loops we have? We have a simple loop, we have another simple loop, 2 loops. One loop is minus h1, another loop is minus h2, that's all. And okay, so 2 individual loops. So let us go for first delta. Delta is equal to 1 minus sum of individual loop gains. Okay, means L1 plus L2. 1 minus sum of individual loop gains. And then do we have any non-touching? Yes, we have 1, 2 non-touching combination that is going to make L1, L2. That's your delta. So therefore, delta will become 1 plus, what is the loop 1? H1. Okay, plus H2 and then plus H1, H2 you will get. That's your delta. Okay. So delta is known. Delta 1 is equal to 1 because it's only one forward path that is covering all the loops in the given SFG. So delta I is referring delta of part of SFG which is not covered by the corresponding forward path. Since the first forward path, only forward path available here is covering all the loops, so delta 1 is equal to 1. Okay, delta 1 is 1, delta is known, P1 is the first forward path gain. What are the gains in the first forward path? 1 we have, and remember you have to touch a node only once, so you should not travel through minus H1, you should not travel through minus H2, therefore you pass through 1, pass through G1, that's all. So the forward path gain is going to be only G1. So this is 1 and divided by 1 plus H1 plus H2 plus H1, H2. That's your answer. Okay. Yes. Which one matching with this? Okay. So little play he did. Okay. So 3 options easily eliminated. So only option B looks. B seems to be the answer. So G1, just expand. What do you get? 1 plus H1 you will get, then plus 1. Okay, so 1 plus H1 into 1, 1 plus H1 will get, then H1 into 1 plus H2 will get H1 plus 1 minute. Okay, 1 plus H1 into 1, right? Then 1 plus H1 into this means it's going to be H2 and then H2, H1. Okay, yes, it's matching. So right option is B. So very simple 2 marks problem from control system. Okay, so B is a option. Sometimes people commit a mistake depending on ABCD. So either in this case it is given like ABCD. Okay, not in the row, in the column only it is given. So there is no chance of committing such a silly mistake. Okay, sometimes people read this way A, B and CD like that. Okay, so without putting the mind in the last step. Okay, sometimes we read this is B and this is C. Okay, so in this case the right option is B. Okay, that's another simple problem. Yes, next one also from the control system. So the open loop transfer function of unity feedback system is given. Okay, so corner frequencies are, so let me take always the loop transfer function because any stability will be commented only by using that. Okay, so let me go for that. So what's given is G of S, H of S. H of S is 1 still. Okay, so G of S itself is going to become G of S, H of S. So 1 plus S by S. Okay, 1 plus 0.5 S. Okay, the standard is this. Okay, so whenever you have uh, Bode plot representation in terms of the corner frequencies. Okay, so asymptotic Bode plot is going to be in terms of the corner frequencies. So you need to have the K. Then if you have a 0, you should write it as 1 plus S by omega corner frequency due to 0. And 1, 0 is there, it should be. Then this S we count, okay, make it for the corner frequency, it's 0. Then for the next term, we should write it as S into 1 plus S by omega pole. That's how it should go on. Okay, if you have more number of zeros and poles. Okay, so now in this case, we have 2 poles and 1 0. So this is how the standard format should be. So make it standard form, then automatically you will get the corner frequencies. What are the corner frequencies here? Omega Z is a corner frequency, omega P is a corner frequency. Only 2 corner frequency, and this is the plot is going to be something like this. It is going to begin with a slope of minus 20 dB per decade, and who comes first we have to see, 0 or pole. Accordingly the plot will change. So that is where the corner frequencies are coming into play. Okay, so one will be omega Z, one will be omega P. So only we have 2 corner frequencies. Who are they? That's a question. So then make it in the gain and corner frequency form. This form is known as gain and corner frequency form. Your transfer function should be, loop transfer function should be written in gain and corner frequency form. Then you can see easily the gain, DC gain of the function as well as your corner frequencies. Then, so let me take, the K is already 1. It seems to be 1. We'll see what is the K. So now let me take, let me write the numerator as 1 plus S by 1 formally. Okay, formally. Denominator, it is S. And then you take 0.5 out. So 0.5 out means then you'll end up with, so it's already there in the form of that only we have to represent. In order to take 0.5 out, then you should write it as 1 plus s by 2. That's all. Okay, it's done. So this is 1. So k is equal to 1 and the corner frequency due to 0 is 1 and corner frequency due to pole is what? 2. So that means at 1 radian per second, a 0 is getting introduced, slope will become 0. At 2 radian per second, okay, so a pole is getting introduced, again slope will become minus 20 dB per decade. That's how it is going to get Bode plot. Why? Where is the corner frequency means? Immediately you have to imagine your Bode plot only. So we have two corner frequencies, one due to 0, one due to pole. So they are 1 and 2 only. Option is very simple. Okay, that's a simple 2 marks, okay, from the paper. Okay, so 1 and 2 is the right option, and this problem also many might have got the correct answer. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, once you know how to put it in gain and corner frequency form, the problem is over. Okay, yes, so with this let me conclude this video. Okay, so we'll update you with one more video. Thanks for watching, hope you are enjoying the content delivered. Okay, so do subscribe and also feed your comments if any. Thank you.